coach before the game. He understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Coming out with it, it's Grove. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Wildcats offense will get first crack at it here. And onto the field comes Aiden Child. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeye!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking for a man. It's Childs. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Buckeyes offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the run, it's Jackson. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. saying. From the gun on third down. The quick out. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
First foul.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it way down the field. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Northwestern. Fired in from the red zone for the score. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Maybe some room here. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body.
Turning it on. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Wildcat sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he could not get loose on the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially...
Being out. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's up to 94 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
Looking for the end zone. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And now what? Come up with on this second down play. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout on the field, Northwestern has called it. That's their second. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. From the gun on third down, say it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Wildcats call their third and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats have it back from Northwestern offense, headed out. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant...
And down he goes back at the 3.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them back.
There's some room. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Northwestern right back to the line. To the air, it's Childs. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man all alone. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at SMU. taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Mustangs, trying to push that win streak to 9 in a row. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they are a serious contender. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back over to your game in Columbus. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out there inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Running to... There's a crease. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Back open in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. To my athlete versus yours, the defense won that battle.
Got a little grass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye! And the pummeling has started. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Follow the blocker. the offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Childs. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
I love when you boot athletic quarterbacks and you boot him to the left right here outside the pocket. He does a great job. He can attack down the field or he can take off and run. It's kind of a pass-run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. From the gun, the running back has it. He gets it beyond the marker, and it'll be a first down for Northwestern. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. And just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Childs. Right down the middle. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. On first and goal, let's see if Northwestern can score. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Got his man on the outside. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Pocket breaking down. Wideout trying to get it in. First catch of the season for this highly talented wide receiver. And man, their fans have been hungry to see that. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Maybe a crease. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having this.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Running inside, it's Rodgers. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Childs. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. I'll
tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Gets it out fast.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. On the ground, it's Rodgers.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
He wants to go deep, and that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lined up in the gun on third down, Saying that one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Saying. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Childs. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over.